If you guys want the fastest way to improve your aim, get some Control Freaks for cheap. Use code GOBLIN for 10% off and improve your aim today. Link in the description. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin. Welcome back to another Call of Duty World War II video. Now, there have been a lot of new weapons added to this game. There have been a ton of recent buffs, nerfs, patch notes to do with different weapons, and it's been a while since I've done a top 5 guns video. A lot has changed, and I'm going to give you guys, in my opinion, the top 5 best guns in this game right now in Call of Duty World War II. There's a lot of good guns in this game, but if you pick most of these guns, you can't really go wrong. I'm also going to have a couple more guns to put in my honorable mention because there's just so many good ones. It was hard to narrow down to 5. If you guys could drop a like on this video, let's go for 78 likes. That would be absolutely amazing. I would appreciate that if you guys could all smack that like button, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. So let's get right into this. These are in no particular order. Now, there is a lot of good guns in this game, and I'm focusing mainly on rifles and some machine guns right here, because that is, of course, this is the try-hard best top 5 guns. This is for people that want to play competitive. This is for people that want to try hard in public matches. These are the top 5 guns as of right now. They're in no particular order because it's hard to put things in an order, because for a person that's an SMG player, they may think this SMG is the best, but an assault rifle player might think all the SMGs suck. Me personally, I use rifles and submachine guns. I'm probably mainly SMG because that's what a lot of the maps in this game are accustomed to. But I'm definitely a good fan of the rifles in this game as well. Let's get right into this. So these are in no order. The first one on my list is going to be this M1941, which you guys are seeing in this gameplay here. Now, this is sort of a sleeper pick, and it barely made its way into my top 5. I was debating on whether to put this gun or a certain other gun, which I'll talk about later in my honorable mentions list. But this M1941 is just such an underrated gun in this game. I think it deserves a top 5 spot. It's never been touched with these nerfs and stuff like that, and it's a fast firing gun that the only problem with it ever is the fact that you're going to have recoil even with grip. I mean, I guess you could say a problem was that it would be the clip size is small at 25, 37 with extended mags, but that's an issue with all the rifles across this game, and the fire rate on this gun is unbelievably strong. It gives you a chance as an assault rifle to take out people who use SMGs, and that's why I definitely think this is a top 5 gun in the game. But it's sort of one that people, if you know, you know. If you're a fan of this gun and you use it a lot like myself, you know how strong this is and you know it is a top 5 gun. But there's other people that won't even give this gun a chance, because the fact is the base variant of this gun, or the base version of this gun, but basically what I mean about that is with no attachments, this gun sucks. You have to work your way up, invest time into it, unlock different attachments, and then use a good class setup, making this gun a really good one. I like the red dot, I like extended mags, and I like the grip. Really good gun. Next one on my list here is going to be a newer gun into Call of Duty World War II, and that would be the Volkssturm Gewehr. As of right now, this gun is dummy in this game. It's got a very fast fire rate, and it's very similar to the M1941 actually. Very similar issues to this gun, and a very fast fire rate. The fire rate is probably a tad bit slower on that one, but there is much less recoil, and that's why as of right now, that Volk, people just call it the Volk because it's a lot more complicated to say the full name, but that Volk assault rifle is a new one into the game. Not everyone has it, but it definitely is a very, very strong gun, and I think it does deserve a spot on the top 5 list. A lot of people are speculating that that gun could be receiving a nerf very soon. They just did buffs and nerfs, so it probably won't be for another maybe 2 weeks or so until they do more different updates to this game. I could definitely see it receiving a nerf, but as of right now, it is a very strong fast firing assault rifle, and that's why I would put it in my top 5 as well. Next, let's get to some SMGs here. In the top 5 guns in this game, I'm going to have to put my next one on this list. It's a pretty obvious one. Ppsh. The Ppsh is a gun that has insanely cool variants that change the sights. You got the Duck Soup, you have the Thrive, you have a bunch of different, the Snake of course, and even the regular Iron Curtain, or the regular Ppsh. A bunch of different options there where you can find a sight that you like yourself without having to use a red dot. It's an SMG that it just melts people overall. It's good at medium distances, it's great up close, a decent hip fire, a good fire rate but not too much recoil, and overall the Ppsh PPSH is that gun that you can run with any sort of class setups with it. You could throw on just, you could go without a grip, with just extended mags, rapid fire, or you could go just grip, quick draw. There's so many different options, advanced rifling. That's a gun that I wish I could have every attachment on, because the PPSH is a great overall gun. You don't need anything to make that gun great. It's just, it can be great in different ways depending on the class setups. I definitely think that is a top SMG in this game. It's always been the top SMG for competitive, and it's always been, I think it's my most killed, yeah, it's been the gun that I have the most kills with in this game, the PPSH. Definitely a really, really great gun overall. Next, and we're down to 2 left here, the next one on my list is going to be the BAR assault rifle. Now, some people may say, you know, this one doesn't deserve a spot in the top 5 after all the nerfs. I personally think it still does. It's just got that fire rate, and it shoots lasers. There's pretty much no recoil on the BAR assault rifle, and it's what you want to do with your assault rifle. That one will have a bit slower of a fire rate than like an M1941, but it'll have that laser ability, and the BAR with the red dot is still one of my favorite. I think that's the gun that I have the second most kills with, and I don't think, another reason why I love that gun is I don't think it's going to get nerfed anymore, because they have other assault rifles becoming a problem. The BAR is that gun that's just going to be in my top 5 still, and I think it deserves its spot there. It is an overall beast of an assault rifle, and that's what I like to get out of. You can pull the BAR pretty much in any situation. Medium range, close range it does decently, long range it does decently, but it excels at that medium range. I think it's still a very, very great gun, and you still can't go wrong with that red dot extended mags grip on the BAR as well. A very cool thing. You do need grip on the BAR now because of the recoil nerfs to it. Basically, they made the recoil more. This was quite a while ago. Pretty sure everyone knows about that by now. But I do think the BAR is a very, very good weapon. Now, number 5, the last one that made its way into my top 5. And once again, these are just in my opinion. I'm going to give some shout outs here to basically other guns that I think are honorable mention. So basically the ones that would be right after that number 5 spot. My number 5 gun in this game is the Thompson, aka the M1928, which is a gun that fires at the rate of 1,000 RPM, I believe it has, which is just insane. That's 1,000 rounds per minute. Decently low recoil, mostly just vertical recoil, and it's a gun that you can get down in the trenches with. And that M1928 Thompson Tommy gun, whatever you want to call it, after they buffed it and increased that fire rate, this thing has just been a machine. I see a lot of people, it sort of went like when it was updated, everyone was talking about it being like the best gun ever, and then not as many people talking about it anymore. But I still think it's a really, really great gun. It's one that if you stick it out with, and it only works in certain situations because it's an up close and personal gun. But Flak Tower, Point du Hoc, you can't beat that SMG. It's extremely better than the WAF 28 in my opinion because of the fire rates being pretty much matching, but the Thompson way better overall, less recoil, easier to control, better iron sights. I would say, like, it's just a great gun overall, and that's why it deserves my top 5 spot. So on this list, we have 2 SMGs, the PPSH and the Thompson M1928, and then 3 assault rifles, the BAR, the Volk, and the M1941. If you use any of these 5 guns, you're going to be doing well, and you're going to be in a great spot. Now, my honorable mentions here, I have 2 SMGs and 2 assault rifles, which were close to making the cut, and I'm sure a lot of people, these are their favorite guns, so I wanted to put in these honorable mentions. My 2 honorable mentions for SMGs would be the Sten, because the Sten is a great gun overall. And when I said the PPSH was my favorite SMG, a lot of people are saying the Sten was theirs, so I put some more time in with it and played with it. The Sten is great, probably better than the Type 100, and the Sten is actually a very underrated SMG as well. And the second SMG here would be the Grease Gun, which recently received some huge buffs. It was so close, I was wondering should I put the Thompson or the Grease Gun in this top 5. I decided the Thompson because it's got that specialty fast fire rate down in the trenches action, but the Grease Gun, they basically has no recoil, it aims down sights super fast, you don't need quick draw on it, and it's a very, very good SMG. Now, it still has that issue where it's a slow firing gun, so you have to run rapid fire, but Grease Gun, definitely an honorable mention in SMGs. And my 2 honorable mentions for assault rifles would be the STG-44, which is slowly making its way up the ranks of the assault rifles as other ones get nerfed. I still think that if you're trying to, it's a balance, you know, that one one has a tiny bit of a faster fire rate than other ones, but at the same time, it doesn't have that power that you would get out of the bar, or that you get out of this other one on my honorable mention list, which is the FG42, which after the recent buffs is, again, if you want to sit back, hit people with nades, finish up kills in the hard point, killing people that are weak, the FG42, nothing beats that because of its high damage per bullet. The thing kills in 3 bullets pretty much every single time. If they're hurt, 1 to 2 bullets, which is an absolute joke. The thing is great in certain situations, and I would definitely give it onto my honorable mention list. So basically, those are my top 5 guns in this game. I gave 9 guns overall. If you're using any of these 9 guns, you're going to be doing well, and making sure you have the right class setup. I talked briefly about that. I'll probably make a top 5 class setup video now that, you know, the guns are changing, something like that. I haven't done those in a while, but definitely stick with these. These guns are the ones that are going to make you a better player simply by using these guns instead of other ones. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys did enjoy, and let me know in the comment section down below, what is your top 5 guns? Because of course this is just in my opinion, and that's why I didn't want to put them in order, because it's so hard to put these guns in order. They're all so great, and the gun balancing in this game it was terrible when the game first came out, and they're making steps in the right direction, and it's getting better every single time a buffs and nerfs patch update comes out. Drop a like if you made it to the end of this video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Sub for Cookie and Don't Lookie, and that's about it, guys. And I'm out. Peace. Have a great night, guys.